Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and today we are going to be talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in its relation to the future revolving around regulation. Our world leaders, especially here in the US, have been having a lot more conversations about this new emerging asset class, and you're seeing more and more positions being taken on this, both pro and anti-crypto. Let's talk about some of the big names that are making it in the headlines right now when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and some of these candidates who may actually be running in this next presidential election. Let's talk about what I expect for Bitcoin and crypto next and what's going on. If you like the content, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. We are doing 5 videos every single day for you guys, and at 10,000 subscribers, we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to one lucky subscriber. So don't miss out on that, guys. Look, the overall market cap's doing all right at about $1.13 trillion. This is a $1 trillion asset class, which you could definitely argue is too big to ignore. Pepe is obviously a big thing right now. Milady meme coin has been big. You saw Elon Musk tweet about both of these. Well, now, the big question you have is, at a $525 billion market cap, who else is talking about Bitcoin and what does it mean? Well, first off, guys, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is somebody that a lot of people talk about. He's a Republican governor down in Florida. During COVID, some people loved what he did, some people hated what he did. I'm not here to take a position on whether or not these politicians are good people, whether they're good or bad, but I'll tell you this, we got to talk about what their thoughts are on crypto if you want to get an idea where the crypto market's going. Now, a lot of people in the crypto space are worried about CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, because then essentially, it would be like the government having a tracker in every single one of the transactions that you did, whether you bought a cup of coffee or whether you bought a new car or whether you bought some Bitcoin or sent some Bitcoin to a friend of yours. They want to have their eyes on absolutely every single transaction. Now, you can really see a lot of this on the public blockchain because that's what Bitcoin is. As long as you know, I guess, whose wallet is whose, you can do some digging to find these things out. So technically, we can already do this with Bitcoin and blockchain, but the threat of CBDCs is that they want to ban everything else and make it so that you can only use CBDCs, and this really wouldn't be good for us. It would undermine our privacy, it would undermine our financial security, and it could be a risk. And a perfect example is when the truckers in Canada's bank accounts were closed by the government, well, actually by a large bank, because the government wanted them to close these individuals' bank accounts down. We do not want the government to be able to shut off your money, which is why we need a free open source ledger that is Bitcoin. We need a world digital currency and something that no government can control. So CBDCs, Ron DeSantis is banning it. Is he poising himself to talk about Bitcoin and crypto more and more in the next bull market? We already know that he's mentioned that he wants to make Bitcoin a safe haven asset in Florida. So this is something that he's talked about, and he is going to be running for president of the United States in the next election. A lot of people are starting to talk about Bitcoin and the next election as well, which gets me a little bit excited, right? The 2024 presidential election could make or break Bitcoin in the US. This is an article by Bitcoin Magazine. I totally agree. Depending on who's elected and what their position is on crypto, that's going to set the tone for that administration, for that Senate, for the Congress that's going to get elected alongside that politician. We're really going to find out once and for all if America is pro or anti-crypto likely in this next election, no matter if they pick a Republican or a Democrat. That's not the point. The point is, are they picking somebody that is pro-Bitcoin? Now, here's another face, and now this is a Democrat. So you saw a Republican that's pro-Bitcoin. Well, Robert Kennedy Jr. is also pro-Bitcoin. He is showing up at a Bitcoin conference in Miami, which is very, very exciting. But people are still wondering whether he'd be good or bad for Bitcoin. Same thing with Ron DeSantis. So we don't know really. They're talking about it, but are they really going to be good for the cause? Here's an example. A lot of people thought that Sam Bankman-Fried was going to be good for the cause, and it turned out that he was bribing politicians, and he had a secret mansion down in the Bahamas that nobody knew about. So while it's good to see these people starting to talk about Bitcoin, we want to make sure that the actions they want to take on Bitcoin and crypto are positive ones. Donald Trump even actually launched his own digital trading cards in a sort of crypto campaign over the last after year or so. These things are actually quite expensive. Over $200. These things were, I think, all the way up to like 1 Ethereum at one point. And on top of that, BitBoy Crypto, one of the largest crypto YouTubers on planet Earth had a meeting with Donald Trump Jr. and did an interview with him and tried to convince Donald Trump Jr. to have Donald Trump in the next presidential election to embrace crypto and move forward with it. Now, guys, we've had a lot of history on this asset class. Bitcoin's been around since 2009. We are getting still some big gains, but as time goes on, the gains get a little less in the upward direction, I guess. You look at 539% gains back in 2013. We haven't seen anything over 500% gains since then, but we did see 200% gains in 2017, 168% gains in 2020. So really anything's on the table, but I'll tell you guys this. If these presidential leaders, whether they get elected or whether they're just running, start talking about this on a debate stage, it is going to bring more awareness to this asset class. This asset class will continue to grow. Right now, we've got really 4 out of the last 5 months have been bullish for Bitcoin. May is currently down 8.05%. We'll have to see how this thing recovers. But next presidential election isn't coming up until 2024. And the Bitcoin halving happens in March of 2024 as well. So next year is going to be a very wild year. And we got to keep an eye on these candidates and see if they're poised to either help or hurt crypto, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. That is all I got in this one for you. I am Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, you got to remember, folks, to DCA and HODL, and of course, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. I got 2 videos for you here if you want to check them out. Peace.